Send them in.
Just in here, Mr. Healy.
Thank you, Rita. Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to meet you. May I call you Jack?
Jack is fine.
You may take a seat if you like, or stand. Whichever's more comfortable for you. How are you today, Jack?
Not so bad. Yourself?
Pardon my bluntness, but you seem rather detached. Would you say that's accurate?
I'm just tired.
You're tired.
I'm fucking exhausted.
Would it help to lie down?
No, not. Not in the slightest. In fact, I'm starting to think nothing can help me. So I'm probably wasting my time here. But I just feel like I have nowhere else to turn, so this is a last resort.
I can't give you anything but my absolute best. Some people find talking things out therapeutic in its own right. Perhaps we discuss it.
Where to begin?
The beginning may be helpful. Or maybe not.
The beginning? Meaning the first of these dreams that I have? Beginning me in my childhood? My childhood was average, I guess. My parents always doing the best with what they had. I think I always believed they meant well, regardless of what was going on in our home. Do you have any coffee?
Rita, can you please bring in 2 cups of coffee and some milk? You take sugar, Jack?
Yeah, a lot of cream, a lot of sugar, a lot.
A lot of sugar, please.
Thank you.
Don't mention it. You're tired, you say.
I am running on fumes. I start with 2 cups a day, then 4. No, I can't go 10 minutes.
How long has it been since you last slept?
113 hours. So, almost 5 days.
And a nap is out of the question.
It is, Doc. If I were to go to sleep, I couldn't. I couldn't. If I do, I may never wake up.
That'll be all, Rita. Thank you. Okay, Jack. Your parents.
Yes, my parents were good people when they weren't drinking. They both had a serious affection for the bottle. Can't really say I blame them. They worked the same dead-end jobs their whole lives just to keep us afloat. Actually, I understand it quite perfectly now. They hated their lives. But I didn't hate mine, though. Not at a young age, at least. There was one thing in particular that I had strong feelings of both love and hatred toward, and that was Sunday. Sunday was their only day off. Technically Saturday too, but they'd almost always pick up an extra shift and I would be alone again. but not Sunday. Sundays were a guarantee.
And the three of you would spend time together.
I love spending time with my parents more than anything. Nothing made me happier. We plan all week, plans for the day off. I look forward to it so much I could hardly sleep Saturday night. 50% of the time, I would experience my fondest childhood memories with my two favorite people in the world. And the other 50, they would spend the day drinking. See, they would be hungover from the night before to do anything but cure it with more booze. So those Sundays, they would spend the day sitting around, too drunk to function, just muttering under their breath every gripe they had with the world.
I'm sorry, Jack.
I spent far too many Sundays just alone in my room, crying, yearning for what I could have experienced. As I got older, that 50-50 ratio slowly grew more and more disproportionate until there was just no more family Sundays. They were always drinking. Though, even in those times, I would get my hopes up. Be excited all week, thinking this would be the week Mom and Dad would change. Just happy as can be, just have that joy plummet lower and lower every weekend. Went on like this for some time. Until one day it kind of just broke me.
Broke you.
What I mean is that all of a sudden, one day it just didn't bother me. I was completely indifferent to feeling disappointment. I was indifferent to feeling joy. To make me feel either extreme of the emotional spectrum was just nearly impossible.
Lots of cream, lots of sugar, Jack.
I mean, I clearly don't fucking care, Doc.
When did you notice you were experiencing this? Not feeling either extreme.
I mean, at first it was fantastic. I've done research. I've gone down the rabbit hole of mindfulness, and it's actually something people work years and years to achieve. If you feel really good, it's inevitable that you're going to feel just as bad. I felt nothing. And it was a sacrifice I was more than happy to make at the time. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
I see your point. There are other ways people deal with this phenomenon. This is in part why people go to the gym. They feel this therapeutic sense of accomplishment after placing themselves in a temporary state of discomfort. Is this something you still feel?
It's complicated. If your question is, did the neutrality persist? And the answer is no. It went on for about 3 years. And then, right as I graduated college, I met a woman, got a great job, moved into my own place. See, Doc, the thing with a stagnant mental state is you can't allow yourself to be happy. But when your life is everything you've wanted, then it's not really an option.
You began to feel happy again.
It's as if I never stopped. Then came the depression. Gradual at first, and by the end of those 3 years, right back to 50-50. Just dealing with those highs and lows that some people pass off as life. I was back to being an average chaser, just desperate to regain that stagnant mentality. I've been chasing it for 4 years now. Since then, my job has become my life, and I can't stand it. I have no social life, I have no friends, I don't even see my family. I tell you, it's pretty hard to find the joy when everything in your life is terrible.
And your girlfriend, how does she feel about all of this?
Well, now we're getting into it. The reason I'm here, the reason I haven't slept, when all I want is 1 minute of sleep more than I want my goddamn soul. Right as my peak of happiness subsided, I realized I had no control over my mentality. I was never going to reach that same level of stagnant that I once had. I felt like I had no control over any aspect of my life. And alcohol robbed me of my parents, so I had no taste for that as an escape. Doc, have you ever heard of lucid dreaming?
I'm familiar with it. Have you experienced this?
Well, Anna and I, my ex, were having problems because the vice that I had chosen, was masturbation, and I was a chronic abuser of that drug. Just chasing that split second of relief for a sense of emotional bliss, despite dealing with the inevitable calm down. I couldn't perform in bed, because at that point it took the weirdest and most extreme things to make me erect. I thought a lot about what would happen if she were to break up with me. So at some point between deep thought and closed eyes, I gradually transitioned into a state of slumber.
I walk in the front door of this house, and there she is. But I wasn't surprised or afraid. It's almost like I was expecting to see her. I immediately tell her all my problems. The lack of control I feel, my shitty job, everything. As if I couldn't stop. She tells me she can help me. What's one thing you want right now more than anything? I tell her, I want a woman.
I felt everything. I felt everything. I was living this dream. The girl was exactly the way I wanted her, too. She wasn't brain dead.
It's lucid dreaming, alright. How did you feel when you woke up?
Fantastic. I remember riding the happiness high all day. I was productive at my job. I made up with Anna. That was the best I'd felt in years. So, naturally, I tried again the next night, and it worked.
I want to go to Paris. I want a motorcycle. I want $1 billion. I want to fly. I want to retire. I want friends. The people of my dreams were real people. So I never knew exactly what they were going to say. I could control the way they felt, the things they did. I could correct their behavior to meet my desires. I've never felt that kind of power or control. It was amazing.
Literally at the skate park the other day.
Yo! You should chug this whole bottle of vodka right now.
You know I don't drink vodka. I'm sober.
What are you talking about, bro? You love vodka. Do it right now.
Okay, I'll drink.
Come on.
Until one night, I met my match.
You should take your shirt off.
No.
Come on. We love taking your shirt off.
No, you shouldn't be here.
Excuse me?
You're in too deep. You shouldn't be here.
I mentioned earlier that life is 50-50. Give and take. The highs come with the lows. And you can't have one without the other. Well, after that dream, I experienced the other.
After being called out, I immediately woke to the sound of footsteps outside my bedroom door. And it wasn't just footsteps, it was boots sprinting up and down the stairs, going room to room. For a second, I thought it could be Anna, but after realizing that made absolutely no sense, I came to reality. There was something in my home. I had to get up and lock the door quick, but no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't move. Not a finger. I just had to lay there and listen to all of it happen.
That sounds frightening.
It was the most terrifying experience of my entire life. Eventually, after what felt like hours, the footsteps reached the front door. The door opened, and as I heard it slam shut, I immediately sprung out of bed. My heart was racing so fast, I thought I was having a heart attack.
I hear sleep paralysis quite frequently. It's very terrifying, causing intense hallucinations.
This was not just sleep paralysis. This was fucked up. This was revenge. It was like the universe's revenge for months of control. Just all spiking and no crashing. I mean, like pure hedonism. For years, I put up with it, hoping every night to be strong enough to deflect the offer, not take the bait. always do. I'm a mess. I lost Anna. My parents passed on some time ago, and months before I even knew about it. My apartment is a pigsty. And yesterday I finally lost my job. Surprised it took this long.
So why now do you decide not to sleep? Why is it that that is the only answer?
For 4 years, I have woken up with my bed drenched and my heart racing beyond belief. I can't breathe. I'm this close to losing consciousness. Every morning, I am more exhausted than when I went to sleep. If I go to sleep, I know I'm gonna take the bait. Especially now. I got nothing left to lose. I don't know what the fuck is going on! I can't live like this!
I can help you, Jack.
No, you can't. No one can.
Yes, I can. If there was one thing you wanted right now, what would it be?
A woman.